Hi guys, it's reaction time. We've got Soen and Primal. So Karen asked for this one. Of course, she's one of the idiots. A massive prog rock and metal fan. Just check out some of the videos we've had together talking about prog. That is a true musical fan for sure. So thanks, Karen, for asking for this one. I mean, when it comes to Soen, I've recently got into this band with the last album. Yeah, they've got a bit of prog in them for sure. They're known as a prog band, but you know, I think they're more different than that. When it comes to prog, I've always said before, when it becomes too complicated, I zone out a little bit. So, you know, this band, you could say Queensryche are prog, I suppose. There's prog elements to them, you know. I sort of put them in that sort of category. Maybe a little bit more progressive than Queensryche, but definitely, you know, a bit of me, this band. And it says here below the video, it says it's the single from the new album Reliance. And I love the date that this is coming out, January the 16th. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Beginning of the year. With a bit of prog, you know, it needs to ingrain in your brain for the year for sure, because, you know, it takes a lot of intense listening to that sort of music. So it says here, Soen announced their forthcoming new studio album Reliance on the January 16th via Silver Lining Music. And with Reliance, their 7th studio album. It's a Swedish progressive metal powerhouse spearheaded by Joel Ekalof on vocals, Martin Lopez on the drums. Continued to find incredible more pathways into the spatial areas between light and dark, loud and calm, heavy and soothing. They do take you on a bit of a ride, this band. And with its seamless march across deeply human emotional terrain, Soen's music continues to explore the human mind, heart and soul with a visionary duty of care, plus an extra edge of heavy. So it says here, with Lars Enoch Ireland, keyboards and guitar, Cody Leafold on guitar, and Stefan Stenberg standing shoulder to shoulder with Ekalof and Lopez, the lush continual evolution of Soen's sound soars. So yeah, I mean, they're a big sounding band, huge sounding band, quite epic. Without further ado, I'm really excited to hear this song actually. This is Soen, this is Primal. Here we go.
Confined within our minds, fully deprived. On their kindness we rely, and all they have is what we build with our own hands. But now we throw away the key, 'cause no one can withstand a thriving misery. We live surrounded by our enemies, immersed into hypocrisy. 'Cause life will break you down, and every change we make is fixed with apathy. us what we need to buy to catch their eye. Only defeat will make you see. They passively divide us through technology, turn us indifferent to atrocity, and violent pornography, corruption and
Just wow. Man. It's brilliant. It's just brilliant. So dynamic, man. Just amazing stuff. Just heavy. Really, that riff. I mean, just the riff that leads into the verses. I'm just, it just got me going. Just straight. How can you not? How can you not? How can you not do that? It's fantastic. Everything about it's a great message as well. You know, just about the way we, you know, it's just a really good example lately. You know, media that feeds people who think differently in different ways and makes you, you know, they make you hate the other side, even though everyone probably has got a lot of the same views. It makes people think, you know, it shows you the extremes. You know, it's covering some of that, you know, the way we look at our phone and the way we think. Really interesting stuff. I know it's been done before, but it can never be done enough, in my opinion. You know, we're taught to hate, if you like, and there's people driving that in the background, media especially. And it's, you know, the message is great on this, but just the power of this song, man. The grooves in it, you know. I did say that they were, you know, a progressive metal band, and they are, but let's not forget, some people, you know, look at prog and they think, oh, it's just not melodic enough for me, it's just too fiddly and that. This band are just straight to the point. They're a proper metal band first and foremost, and that's what I love about them. But there's so much power in this song, man. I love it when a band can turn them fucking guitars up. You know, they really fucking get them going. And, you know, you couldn't have a guitar heavier than this. The sound of the guitar is amazing. I love the guy's vocals. Such a distinct vocal as well. The way he sings, the way he phrases is just amazing. And I'm super excited about January the 16th with this release. Because that, like I said, some of my... You can't help it. I listen to the whole year in music, you know, and that's all I listen to mainly during the year. And of course, those albums that come out at the beginning of the year get the most listens, and they ingrain in your brain, just like music used to when we could spend more time listening to music. It's a bit, yeah, it's hard to find time as well, mainly in the car for me, and maybe on my record player some afternoons. But, you know, to have this band at the beginning of the year, I think that's a fucking great thing. It really is. I'm really looking forward to more music from these guys. It's an amazing song. Probably my favourite out of all my reactions today. Brilliant stuff. Here we go for the rest.
Build their thrones on our broken backs, leaving behind what is hollow. Into the dark, we'll find the light. We are breaking every chain. You'll never be someone else. We are warriors now, leaving behind what is hollow. Into the dark.
I was so hoping they went back into that riff, and they did exactly what I wanted. Oh, man, what a song. What a song. What a first song from the album. That's what Soen were all about, man. I mean, I think they blew me away a little bit on the last album, but I think that album might have come out later in the year. I didn't really get that time with it to really like explore it. I'm going to get that time. And I think with a band like that, that's exactly what an exciting band though. What an exciting band. I know there's bands that probably got similarities to this band, but what I love about this band, they're not, and this might upset some Tool fans, I'm sorry. What they do, they can do all that exciting stuff and really be dynamic in 4 minutes and 30 seconds. They don't fuck around, but it's so clever what they do. I hope they don't change, they don't go too the other way. But that, it doesn't take 9 minutes. It doesn't take 4.5 seconds to actually play the first heavy riff. Let's just, it's dynamic as anything I've heard. Amazing band. Soen, Primal. Amazing. January the 16th. Reliance is coming out. I can't wait. Let me know what you think of it in the comments below though, guys. See you soon.